Most people think their phone only talks when they make a call. It doesn't. Right now, while you're watching this video, your phone is having thousands of tiny conversations you never see. It talks to nearby towers. It talks to authentication servers. It negotiates encryption keys. It updates its location. It identifies itself to the network, and every one of those conversations leaves behind information. Not your Instagram messages, not your WhatsApp chats. Something far more interesting: metadata. The digital fingerprints that tell the cellular network who you are, where you are, and what services you're allowed to use. And once you discover what's actually moving through the air between your phone and a cell tower, you'll never look at mobile networks the same way again. Before we begin, if you're enjoying my videos and want to learn hacking the right way, make sure to subscribe to Hacker's Arsenal. I upload twice every single week, so you never miss the next upload. Let's start with one of the most famous pieces of cellular data, called IMSI, International Mobile Subscriber Identity. Think of it as your phone's passport, not your phone number, not your contact name, the network's way of recognizing your subscription. When a device joins a cellular network, the operator needs a way to know who is requesting service. That's where the IMSI comes in. Buried inside your SIM card is an identity that tells the network which country you're from, which carrier you belong to, and which subscriber account is associated with that SIM. To security researchers, the IT became famous because it showed just how important identity is inside cellular systems. But here's where things get interesting. Networks don't want to broadcast your IMSI all day long. That would be terrible for privacy. So instead, they often assign something called a TMSI, Temporary Mobile Subscriber Identity. Think of it like a temporary disguise. Instead of constantly yelling your real identity across the network, the phone uses a temporary identifier, like a throwaway badge. And modern cellular networks are filled with these little tricks designed to balance convenience and privacy. Then you discover the world of signaling traffic. The traffic most people never hear about, like attach requests, location updates, authentication requests, paging messages, handover requests, registration procedures, session management messages. These aren't phone calls, they're conversations about phone calls. Imagine billions of devices continuously negotiating access to a global network. That's signaling traffic, and it's happening every second. Then you start seeing names that sound like secret government projects: SS7, Diameter, GTP, SIP, RRC, NAS, LTE, 5G Core. At first it looks like alphabet soup. Then you realize every protocol has a job. Some manage authentication, some route calls, some transport data. Some tell towers where to find your phone, some decide which tower you should connect to next. Together they form one of the largest communication systems humanity has ever built. And this is where cybersecurity enters in the story. Because whenever a system tracks location, authenticates users, routes calls, or handles identities, someone will eventually ask, can this be abused? For decades, researchers have studied weaknesses in telecom infrastructure, not because they're trying to spy on people, but because understanding weaknesses is how systems become more secure. Entire research communities spend years analyzing how cellular networks authenticate devices, manage trust, and protect subscriber privacy. This is also where people discover strange pieces of hardware: software-defined radios, signal analyzers, IMSI catcher, hack RF1, devices that can visualize wireless activity that normally remains invisible. Cellular security isn't really about phones, it's about trust. If you found value in this video, don't just watch and leave it here. Practice it, explore it, and push your understanding further. And if you want more deep dives like this, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and drop a comment telling me what topic you want next. Don't forget to touch grass after this, and I'll see you in the next one.